well, there were some big momentum swings, and our kids were able to kind of keep themselves, both when things were going well and not so well, kind of even-tempered and just keep executing.
Trevor and I in the booth in the pregame talk mentioned the fact that since it was the mid-season and it was about turning the corner and establishing yourselves as a team to be dealt with, I think you made that statement, did you not?
Well, we'll see. I guess you can look back, if we're able to get several wins in a row and keep going here, put ourselves in position to win the conference, I guess that's when you look back to and say, that's where they kind of turned the corner, like you said, and kind of got going. But last week's over, and so we've got a good opponent coming in this week, and that really is going to be the focus. I told the kids yesterday, I said, last Friday won't mean anything if we get our butt kicked this week. So we're
That's exactly right, as you have to move on from one game to the next. But the celebration, obviously, on the way home must have been pretty cool.
It was cool for about 15 minutes, and then we hit the traffic back from Bloomington. And, the game really took a toll on the kids. It was hot for the first time in a while, long bus ride. So it was an excitable group for about 20 minutes, and then after that, the teenagers, they were ready to take a nap.
Again, when you look at that Bloomington South game, I think that the complementary thing that you saw is the fact that the defense was doing its job, the offense was doing its job, and all of a sudden you got really a nice team effort for that victory.
Yeah, truthfully, the offense struggled to get going a little bit in the first half. They did get a score to tie it after we gave up a big pass play. But then the defense got it kind of figured out, and, truthfully, in the second half, defense had to kind of be carried by the offense a little bit. A little out of sorts. We had a couple of injuries, like back-to-back plays, and while we were kind of getting it figured out, the offense was able to put some points on the board.
Coach, a lot of things going on for tonight's game, especially with the first home game after 5 weeks on the road. That's number one. Number two, it's middle school night. And number three, a rededication to be named Cardinal Stadium. That's a lot on the plate, and I know that we're looking for a big crowd.
Yeah, hope so, for their sake, the crowd's sake, because I think the Cardinals are a lot of fun to watch. This group's, they play together. They're fun to watch. We got to make sure our kids don't get caught up in that, though, and that's kind of been something we've talked to them about this week. Is I think I've said it before 3 or 4 times in these talks. The game's still played between the lines, and we got to take care of business because you hate to waste a big crowd by laying an egg on the field.
Well, I heard you say in the practice, in preparation for game strategy, that perhaps this might have been your best week of practice. So,
yeah, 3 really good days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is kind of our heavier days. Thursdays we're kind of just running through some things. But with the heat, some guys trying to get back healthy, all those things that can affect you. Maybe getting a little bit too pleased with yourself from last week. We didn't really have any issues with that. The guys did a really good job this week.
Let's just kind of identify perhaps 3 keys to the victory tonight here in Conference Indiana.
I think the biggest thing is we have got to not allow them to dominate time of possession. I know against Columbus North they had the ball for I think 35 minutes. They've really dominated in that area, and our offense is starting to click a little bit. We got to make sure they got the ball in their hands enough to score. Offensively, I think we've got to start fast. We've started slow a little bit, and we got to. If we let them get the lead, it's going to be tough to play from behind because of the way they control the ball. And really, nobody's won the turnover battle against them, and so we really talked to our kids about we got to get the ball from them. We got to take it from them.
Always good visiting with you, Coach. Let's go get one.
All right, thank you.
Second.
All right.
One more thing, as always.